Hey you guys, it's Dani. Today we are doing a preview of the Seed and Sickle Oracle by Fez Inkwright. I love this deck. So let's first say thank you to Liminal 11 for sending this over so we could preview this copy, because OMG, it's everything that I wanted in a nature deck. So like, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna look at all the things. We're gonna look at the two guidebooks. I had such a great experience. Like, first card I pulled with this deck, I was in love, because the first card I pulled, the guidebook talked about Louisiana, and I said, well, listen, if this wasn't meant to be. So like, this has been my quintessential deck. And not only are we going to talk about that, but I want to show you guys, because I saw it on Instagram and my mouth fell open and I was like, I need it. Did y'all see the pre-order for the special edition of this? We gonna look at it, because it's got a whole nother Oracle deck with it. Like, I'm kind of obsessed. So we're gonna talk about that too. So before we even get started, if you are interested in this deck, I'm gonna have the links down below for pre-order and everything, as well as how to get in touch with me, book a reading, 3 Fat Readers, my Etsy shop, all the things. So if you're looking for that, that'll all be down there. So let's go ahead and just dive in to this deck. Seed and the Sickle Oracle. We have a beautiful box as usual. In the Liminal 11 magnetically closed box here. Oh, just everything is just so, I don't know, it's so like, it feels so magical, right? Now, Fez Inkwright, the creator, also wrote Folk Magic and Healing. I think it says one more in here. Botanical Curses and Poisons. But I've been having that book on my wish list for a while now. I think I'm going to snag it in the next couple weeks. But we have our basic little open here. Another beautiful bottom. So let's go ahead and pop this out. Inside, can you see? I know it's always so hard to get this in and out, but it's got some beautiful botanicals on the inside. And then we have this here. 2 guidebooks, y'all. It's so cool. Inside, again, I'm sure you can see maybe a little better. I hope so. We have a lighter botanical, but everything is kind of that dawn and dusk. That's really what the 2 guidebooks are based on, this dawn and dusk, so you can see the lighter side and the darker side. And what I think is really cool is that this goes with, as the name kind of corresponds, the seed and the sickle, the sowing and then harvesting. So this is super interesting deck. So I don't have these in order. I hope y'all don't mind. But we have here the 2 guidebooks that we're going to go over. Sorry, that was totally out of screen. That we're going to go over. We'll pick a card and we'll read from each. And then I'm going to show you my new favorite card. But we have the dusk and the dawn. And then on the back, it kind of explains that. So we'll go over that as soon as we're done with checking out this deck. So, without further ado, in all of its unorganized glory, let's get at this thing. So here we have the backs, as I'm sure you guys saw. As far as the cardstock, this is tarot sized. It is a nice, firm cardstock. This is Mystic Masters, if you're wondering, which also kind of pairs really lovely with it. But it is tarot size, so it's like a standard size, which I really like, especially because a lot of us are. We just like to pair them up, and I just feel like it looks really good next to just about anything. Really easy to maneuver, really easy to shuffle. Nice and sturdy cards. I feel like that's the usual. Like, I feel like Liminal 11 has really got their cardstock down, you know? So it really does shuffle well. I have no complaints about the cardstock whatsoever, as usual. Again, no gilding or anything. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like it has some unique plants that show up. Some really unique things that show up that I don't normally see. Like, you have your basics, your lavenders and your chamomiles. And then, like, I love, because I always like to see jasmine. I really like to see mushroom and... I want to show it. Where's that at? Where's that at? Where's that at? Where are you? It's always going to be at the end. Come on. Well, it's hawthorn. Oh, there it is. I really love to see hawthorn. I love the fact that there's oak in here. It just, to me, it has the basics, but then it has things that I feel like we don't normally see. And I really, really enjoy that fact. And then there's the simple added bonus of these guidebooks. Now, I know if you're like me, I really like to have keywords on my nature decks and on my, especially my herbal and animal decks. I really like a keyword on here. These don't have keywords. They don't. They do have just this little bitty kind of line border, which is, I just think it accentuates the softness and beauty, because I love this artwork, because it's like bright, but it's still like a bunch of colors, but it's still muted, and I'm so about it. Like, the artwork really sold me from jump. But I'm not so mad about the keywords because of these guidebooks. They are so good. So let me read you on the back to kind of get an idea of why there's two. It says, in the Seed and Sickle deck, each card can be read in two ways, the dawn and the dusk, providing advice for every reader, whether they are actively working towards a goal or focusing on your mental well-being. This booklet, so this is the dusk, this booklet contains the dusk readings for the cards, for when you're looking for guidance on how to best take care of body and mind. If you're looking to start a new project or undertaking a period of expansion and growth, open the Dawn booklet for a reading that will help you achieve your goals. And then this one will say the opposite. The Dawn readings are perfect if you're starting a new project, building your relationships, or focusing on revitalizing yourself. If you're looking for guidance on how to best take care of your body and mind, you open the dusk. So you have two different meanings for the same item, right? For the same card, the same plant. And so I feel like it really encompasses a lot of these plants and trees that are represented, because you get a bigger scope of it, right? So let's go ahead and pick a card. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and shuffle and see what we'll do, and then I'll show you the one that I picked and why I immediately fell in love. And if we pick it, then that'll just be serendipitous, wouldn't it be? Okay, it's not. We have Aconite. I hope I said that right. I'm sure if I didn't, someone will hopefully correct me. But here we go. So, okay. So in these booklets, of course, all color, 2 color booklets. Beautiful, right? We're going to start with Dawn. We have the introduction, a quick reading guide, the cards, but everything is broken up into spring, summer, fall, and winter. So everything is broken up into seasons. And then we have reading the cards, spreads, and then complementing the tarot at the very end. And everything is numbered, which is really, really convenient. So this is going to be, yes, this is winter. This plant is in the winter, and then we have aconite here. So aconite is a scholar's plant, always hungry for knowledge and the power that comes with learning. Through its wisdom, it turned the maiden Arachne into a spider and taught the first werewolves the power of transformation. You've made it as far as you can with the expertise you already possess. Now it's time to assess the gaps in your knowledge and focus on filling them. A new class, hobby, or experience will be a rewarding opportunity for you to further yourself and become a wiser you. So we have that one here. Now let's go ahead and go to the Dusk guidebook. Again, we have the same idea. We have basically the same exact thing with spring, summer, fall, and winter. So we also have a winter page for this and our aconite here. So let's go ahead and read this one. So you're facing a difficult or painful decision with no right answer readily available. Yet in your heart of hearts, you already know what you're going to do. Don't agonize over it for longer than you have to. Named for the hills on which Hercules fought Cerberus in a short but bloody battle, aconite promises that there's relief to be had after the brief and challenging fallout of your decision. When things seem unbearable, know that this won't last forever. So it's got 2 very different meanings, but I feel like they just bring so much to a reading. And when it comes to something like this is something that I would be using for my own practice, for my own kind of spreads, and setting this out and taking the time to read and see what feels right to me in the situation. Because sometimes, and every time I've sat with it thus far, I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I want to know what it all says, and I want to take it all in. So I really like having both of these that kind of give me 2 different ways, where if one, maybe, like, it sort of feels right, but you read the other one and you're like, oh, when you kind of, like, mesh them together. So, like, maybe there's something, there's a gap in your knowledge, but maybe making that decision to further it might cause a little bit of grief or strife. And so even in doing so and filling those gaps, the discomfort won't last forever. Like, okay, maybe you have to go take a class. You really don't have the extra time to do that. But if you kind of suck it up and do it, it's not going to last forever. You're going to learn what you need to know, and then you can move on with your life. It's only for a short period of time. So it's like you can even mesh them together to what feels right. And I really, really love that. So that is how the guidebooks go. I haven't done the spreads yet. I don't think. I think I did them from one of my other decks. No, I haven't yet. I haven't done these yet. But it talks about reversals too. And then we have a few spreads. The sickle, summer solstice, winter solstice, the seed in the wild. Then we have, look, it shows the books here that the author wrote, and then like complementing the tarot. But yeah, so I'm excited to do these. I love spreads. So definitely gonna take a look at that. But let me show you guys what made me fall instantly in love with this deck, because it just, like, it hit me in the feels. And here she is. oleander. So when it comes to oleander, I've always heard this tale. I know the story about it. When it comes to Louisiana, we've all been warned. We've all know this story. And so when I pulled this card, I was like, oh, great. I wonder what it's going to be. So the first thing I did was I grabbed the Dawn. I believe it was the Dawn. Yep. It was the Dawn. And the first thing I see, I was like, oh my God, I like totally got the chills. So if you don't know, I'm going to read this to you and I'll talk a little bit about it. So it says, oleander. A Louisiana servant thought that she could win favor by sickening her employers with a cake of oleander and then nursing them back to health. Unfortunately, she accidentally murdered them instead. Learn from her story and think your plans through fully before enacting them. You may think you can come out on top by acting the hero in a situation that you've sabotaged, but stop for a moment and question whether you should. Things can go wrong in ways you may never have expected. This is a bit of the story of the Myrtle Plantation. And when I saw this, it gave me full chills because it was like, this was a connection to something that I knew already, right? And so it just sparked something in me, and I got really excited that they had that story in there because so many people don't even know about it. And I personally do have an oleander in my front garden, but it's the first thing I say to anyone around here: don't touch it, right? Don't touch it. It's beautiful. You know, that's one of the first things that I taught my little girl, and I always tell her, don't touch it, don't pick the leaves, don't go around it, because this is a dangerous plant. It can kill a horse. They're so beautiful and so deadly at the same time, and I just love that it talked about that. And so immediately I fell in love simply because I felt connected to that story. So anyway, just because I grew up with it, right? I think anyone who has those kind of tales from around their town or their state or their country or, whatever it may be, and then you see it represented and you're like, this is why, and what I think about every time I see this, it just really sparked me, because I can't think about oleander without thinking of those poor little girls and that poor woman who lost her life. Right? And so, yeah. Okay, so before we go, I want to show you guys this limited edition that's available for pre-order right now. Y'all, okay, so on Liminal 11, in the shop, limited editions, you can come down and find, they always have really awesome limited editions, but y'all, obsessed with this. So the Seed and the Sickle Oracle special limited edition, you can pre-order right now. Check this out. Will it blow up? Yes, look at this. And it has the Citadel deck with it. Gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed. I love this little bag. Oh, so beautiful. How do I go back? Oh, I just exit out. Okay. Then you come down and you can see, look at this. Is this not freaking gorgeous? Oh, I love the simplicity. You can go through all of these pictures. But it's got this beautiful tin, a journal, this Citadel deck, the bag, the Seed and Sickle, like, so obsessed. Oh, look, it says right here. Okay. So the Citadel Oracle is a fictional city. Each card is a person who lives in the city, and their lives and stories guide the readings. Where will your adventure take you? Like, how cool is this? So what you get, beautiful berry and copper tin, copper gilt edge edition of Seed and Sickle. Oh my God. A hexagonal Citadel Oracle with the foiled artwork in a magnetic hexagonal box with the guidebook. holly green velvet bag with mustard yellow embroidery, and then a sketchbook for taking notes and stuff. Y'all, how beautiful. And like, I never get limited editions of everything because I'm usually not one to like spend a whole lot of money because I have cards coming in and out. But like, you get 2 decks and everything. Like, I don't know. I'm just really intrigued by this Citadel deck. I just want to see it. I just thought this was so beautifully set up. Like, the aesthetics. Come on. Looks like they might have 2 different sketchbooks too. This one and then this one. Oh, my internet. Okay, here we go. And then this one here. Oh, this is the same little dagger. I think that's with Jasmine in the guidebook. So it's just kind of like some really cool patterns. But anyway, does it show the copper? No, I guess it doesn't. Maybe not. There's the bag. I know some people are going to be like, so what, Dani? But I just thought it was so cool. Like, out of all the other ones I've seen, I'm like, this, I'm about it. No, I guess not. I guess they don't show the gilding on this one through these, but so freaking cool. And these are the 2 books. I have this one by the same author, and this one has been on my list for ages. Looks like it has some like really beautiful pages and all that good stuff. But anyway, that is the limited edition there. Sorry, I went to the wrong place. I'm trying to get to pre-orders. And right now, I think this is the only thing that's ready for pre-order is the special edition. Let's see if we can go to... We'll pop up Seed and Sickle Oracle and see if it's on pre-order for Amazon yet. Because I'll definitely have that linked for you guys. It definitely is. So it shows here that you have the price order guarantee, $22.95 US, November 9th. So I will definitely link this all for you guys down below. So you can order just the regular deck here or that beautiful special limited edition from Liminal. So thanks so much, you guys, for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little preview. I had an absolute blast sharing this with you guys. Like I said at the beginning, all the information is going to be down below along with my links. And please, in the comments, let me know what you think about this. Is this a yes or a no for you guys? Pre-order, waiting, limited edition. What do y'all think? I want to know. I'm always interested. So, as always, I am sending you guys all my love. Mwah! We'll see you soon. Later, Gators.